What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Astra Yao's music video, Wonderland Reverie. I've been expecting her demo and music video and teaser to be coming out for a few days now, so I'm eager to get into this. So I'm not going to waste any time. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into this. Alright, what kind of music are we going to get? We heard a little bit of it. Ooh, interesting aspect ratio. Okay, sort of music boxy for the time. Of course Evelyn's here. Interesting art style. It's not quite the usual style. It's more the full animated. Yeah, this is very sort of music boxy. Oh, and then we expand as she leaves the party. In a more comfortable outfit. I'm really liking the animation. Oh. And then the aspect ratio changes to be widescreen. This is fun. Interesting. Amongst the stars. Ooh, new outfit. Interesting additional sound effects. I wonder if those will be in the song itself. Or if they're, of course, just for the music video. Oh, okay, interesting. She was just performing in a random sort of place. Oh, okay. God, the animation is interesting. Cool. That's really laid back. That's fun. I like that. It's really mellow, really sort of soothing and calm. I was curious what kind of music we were going to be getting for her, given that she is this celebrity actress singer person. So in singing and music would obviously be so fundamental to her as a character that inevitably points to a question of what they'll do for something like this. And inevitably that continues to be a question for how they'll implement that in her demo and teaser, but where for those, I imagine we'll probably get something more like upbeat, maybe a bit more poppy. I think it was a very strong decision to make this much more distinct, mellow, and as I described, sort of music box-esque. But beyond the song itself, what really catches my eye is the animation and the way they play with aspect ratios. Because here we have sort of more like 4:3-ish to start, and it stays that way until Astra makes a run for it to leave whatever this party was, and once she's out in the greater world, it expands to fill our horizons. And then later here, as she enters her full performance, we enter a more cinematic widescreen, which is interesting to me that they are playing with aspect ratio in that way. As what I read out of that is that in these sort of high society party scenarios that we see her here in the first place, she feels restrained and confined there's a limiter on what she can see and do. But that expands once she gets away from it and is just out on the town doing whatever she wants. Where then, once she is putting on a show for just any passers-by, it becomes this grand cinematic event with performers and backup singers. These performances are what she truly desires and enjoys. She doesn't care about the high society parties or the gossip and politicking of the celebrities or anything like that. She just wants to be able to perform and live her life the way she wants to. One thing that is very clear throughout all of this, even in these more mundane moments, is this lives up to its name of Wonderland Reverie. The way that Astra moves through the world is filled with this magical, fanciful joy and life that brings everything and everyone around her into this magical space of joy and reverie, and it makes everything just this wonderland. As we can see with as she passes by a poster of hers, the version of her in the poster winks, or how when she moves around touching things, these little stars and bubbles will appear. Things that are beyond just reality, are more fanciful, and she just is dancing through the streets, happily in this elevated state of being almost. She comes to these locations that are almost too fanciful for reality, with these shining stars around her and this golden piano and drums in this large garden filled with white roses. And as she goes into her entire performance, it only becomes more fanciful and dramatic. She enters this ephemeral, ethereal carnival of sorts. Impossible scenery as she moves from one thing to another, and impossibly she is also looking over all of it. This is a fantastical space that she is in, or at least that she sees in the world, or at the very least that she imagines. And going forward, she turns a star into a key of sorts that creates a door that she can then step through into the night sky as she joins the shooting stars. Every moment that she is freely moving through the world at her own pace for her own goals and reasons, no matter how mundane the world around her may actually be, she experiences this fantastical version of it all as she is in this state of bliss almost. And I absolutely love the framing of this shot, with Evelyn on one side of the mirror and Astra on the other. Something about it just I really enjoy visually. And then they just essentially ride off into the sunset together, which, my god, if that is not saying something, I don't know what is. I absolutely love those two. I think they have a great dynamic, and I'm excited to see more of it. To look at the lyrics a little bit, wanting to listen to the sea breeze alone, wanting to gaze at the night sky alone, escape my cage with that skip of my heart. It's this explicit mention that she feels caged and she wants to be able to be alone to experience the beauties of the world, and how she has to escape that cage to do that. And we can see this as the moment she's quote-unquote free, she just starts skipping and prancing and dancing around. The overture hiding in the reflection of raindrops. The overture, the beginning of this song, of this story, of her life, of her adventure. One day I'll count each page on that music sheet again. One day, once I'm further on this journey or even done with it, I will go back and recall everything that has been done, everything that I have done. The line practicing my half of that chorus is interesting to me, as it implies that this is actually a duet, or at the very least that she is not the only player in this song. She's not the only one performing. And it's after the acknowledgement that she's not the only one in the story, she asks the question, who will stand beside me in this song, in this story, in this life? Offering my first favorite song as their grand finale. I suppose speaking to the idea that this overture that is the beginning of her tale, of her life, she will return to it at her finale. Before she exits the stage for good, she will return to where she started. And that first beginning song, the one that she ventured out from, is also her favorite. It was the beginning of that journey that she loved the most. If we're to connect this to her life as a performer and star, it could be seen as her saying that she loved the first time she performed for others. That first song she ever sang in front of an audience made her enamored and obsessed with being a singer, being a performer. It isn't everything that is now in the middle happening of her being this star that needs to be managed and has to go to all these parties and deal with all this business that drew her to this life. It was the songs. And so she will return to that song in the end. return to that fond memory. Then there's the question of you, which I assume is tying back to the question of who's with me, essentially, of instead of being a general question to the audience, it is now directly to us, asking, will you stand with me? Will you sing this song with me? Like dancing embers in the sky, be carefree, don't flinch. Catch the shards of yesterday's dreams, break through all barriers. Don't hold back, follow your dreams, rebuild them out of the shards of yesterday, break through every barrier that exists for you, and follow those dreams of yours. Be carefree, don't flinch away from them like dancing embers in the sky. They may not last forever, they may be ephemeral, but they are there dancing in the sky nonetheless, brightly shining in front of us. And if you cannot hold yourself back and break through all of the barriers that exist, you can similarly shine brightly in the night sky. And the tracks left by clouds is a haven for joy. Ride the music and see, you've long since learned to fly in dreams. This line I actually enjoy quite a bit, as tying into what I was just talking about, it's this thought that people are deeply inspired and creative beings that will have countless dreams and ideals and goals that they wish to achieve, but perhaps see them as impossible in reality. But this calls to the idea that when in dreams, you are not restrained. You can do anything you want, anything that you imagine can be achieved in a dream. So what's so different about reality? You just need to relearn how to fly. You've already long since known how to in your dreams, now you just need to learn how to bring that to reality. Come, this is for you. I yearn to sing for you softly, close to your ear. The world outside is the same as always. Nothing has changed. Nothing beyond this moment is different. We're still just in the streets. But look around us. It is not just that. We are experiencing a moment of fulfilled dreams, of beauty, of unbridled passion and expression. She is embodying everything that she is speaking about, to turn a mundane moment and location into a haven of dreams, as she described it. Raise your voice and sing. Shower me in applause. The sparks in my heart are burning brightly. Now, as it turns from a call out to the world and others to follow in her footsteps, now she rallies everyone around her to sing along and listen to her song and watch as she burns brightly, as she is that dancing ember in the sky. Listen to the melody. See who's shining bright. It's her. She's embodying her dreams. The illusion will fade. If you feel tired, relive the magical journey I composed. This is nothing but an ephemeral moment of joy. It may be beautiful and magical, but everything will return to normalcy in time. It cannot stay this way forever, but that does not mean you can't relive this experience. If you are ever tired, simply relive this moment that I composed for you all. Bit by bit, the scenery of the streets, singing, dancing, speaking, carefully inscribing the journey. Moment by moment, bit by bit, she is inscribing every moment of this journey that she has gone on, this brief stint out into the world, escaping from all of the high society celebrity stuff that she doesn't care about. She will remember this forever, this little afternoon that she took to sing a song to people on the side of the street. But she's doing her best to remember every detail and never forget it. I really enjoy this. It isn't that really hype or energetic song like some of the previous ones we've gotten, but I think it does a great job of capturing a certain side of Astra. She is a person with boundless joy and energy and excitement at the world around her, who hates to be bogged down by anything that impedes that joy, as we can see in her constant attempts to get away from all of the boring stuff of being a celebrity. And as we see in this, she tries to inspire that same joy and energy and love of life that she has in others through her songs and her performances. And I just think that's great. I love that. And though it's just ever so brief at the beginning and end, I love how Evelyn reacts to all of these antics from Astra, in the sense that she tries to keep her on track, but she never gets angry at her. She only ever just gets like a little annoyed or something, but it's never too serious. Despite having had to spend an afternoon searching for Astra in the city, she just sort of sighs, shrugs, and with a smile drives off. It's clear that Evelyn and Astra truly do have that strong connection, where though Evelyn wants the best for Astra and for her to succeed and achieve all her goals, even if that means doing some annoying, boring stuff, as Astra would see it. Evelyn isn't so controlling to try to force Astra to constantly be on her best behavior and not ever let loose. Astra clearly understands this, and clearly at this point in their relationship are familiar with each other's boundaries enough that Astra knows that she can just abandon a party and have a nice afternoon and Evelyn won't be mad, but would also know when that isn't necessarily okay or appropriate, and that Evelyn would actually be mad with her. It's a great dynamic they've got going on, and I'm curious to see more of it. I am very curious if we'll see Evelyn in Astra's teaser or demo, but with that, I think I'll leave that there. I think I've covered just about everything. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment on your thoughts, and I hope you all had a great day, and goodbye!